In today's show, we're going to look at Magic the Gathering enchantments that can kill people. Well, specifically players, and very theoretically. But it's got to be non-creatures. I didn't think about that loophole. But anyway, non-creature enchantments. I'm going to start off with Cavalcade of Calamity. This is a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. It almost gives like every creature like almost +1/+0, except the creature doesn't actually have to deal damage. It just needs to attack. If you attack with 1 million creatures, I mean, probably that's enough. But if it's not, the Cavalcade of Calamity will do the opponent in. Okay, next up, let's take a look at if enchantment creatures are allowed, which they are not, Esper Terra. Otherwise, maybe if okay, well, you're gonna have to find something else here. John would say Curse of Fool's Wisdom. Curse of Fool's Wisdom is the curses. The curses usually will kill people. 6-mana aura when enchant player draws a card, they lose 2 life, and you also gain 2 life. Oh, you can also madness into play for 4 mana. Basically, it's like all I have to do is wait 20 turns, and you are most certainly dead. I can't wait for that 20 turns to happen. Next up, we got David with Sanguine. What is this? Sanguine. Every Sanguine card usually is like, if you some life total changes, you're gonna lose life. It's like, I gain life, you lose life. Brush Stroke. Why? Because we're painting in blood? 3-mana enchantment. When Sanguine Brushstroke enters the battlefield, create a blood token and conjure a card named Blood Artist onto the battlefield. Oh, good God. And whenever... This is a mystery booster card. This is an Acorn. I don't have many sound effects for today. You got to super chat the mystery cards. This is like literally Acorn. The silver border or Acorn must be, what's it called? Must be super chatted like Little MX Doom, Mana Barbs. My super chat sound effects are super limited today, so you might hear the same ones over and over again. I downloaded or I bought Windows OneDrive, and it's completely, I don't know, disconnected all my directories for all my sound effects. I gotta fix it still. Just figured it out before the show. Mana Barbs, a 4-mana enchantment. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, Mana Barbs deals 1 damage to that player. Do I even have the sound effect? I do not. I don't got it. It's okay though. Mana Barbs is however, you know, the thing about Mana Barbs is you can't really force anyone to die with this thing. They are under no obligation to be tapping their lands. So I mean, like, okay, theoretically they'll commit Sudoku, but probably not. Like, why would they'll only do that when they want to go out on their own terms, right? We got Charging Badger here. Delusions of Grandeur. No, that you can't do it by itself though. Or do we want to count that? It's more of a combo than anything. I hear what you're saying. I love that combo, Charging Badger. Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna use it anyway. Illusions of Grandeur. It's not supposed to be a combo show though, Charging Badger. It's not supposed to. If you can give someone the Illusions of Grandeur after it's entered the battlefield, because when it enters the battlefield, you gain 20 life. If you give it to somebody afterwards, if it leaves the battlefield, they lose 20 life. So if they have 20 life, they screwed. Next up, we've got Celtic Guardian. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I use this one, Curse of Pierced Heart. Is it Cursed of Pierced Heart or of the Pierced? It's of the Pierced Heart, but fortunately Scryfall was smart enough. 2-mana, it's a 2-mana curse at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep. Cursed of Pierced Heart deals 1 damage to that player. That counts. And in a commander game, in 40 turns, I'm going to win. You just need to use some card that speeds the clock up. I don't know, goes into the future by 40 turns. Okay, next up we've got John with a super chat. Citadel of Pain is a real pain on the board. This is a 3-mana enchantment. At the end of each player's turn, Citadel of Pain deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of untapped lands they control. So basically, Citadel of Pain and Mana Barbs they're going to make you feel the pain because you're going to be forced to either tap or stay untapped. But either way, you're screwed. Here's something more practical from Rylar. Sulfuric Vortex. Oh, the smell of sulfur. It's a 3-mana enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, deals 2 damage to that player. And if a player would gain life. Not around here. Not while there's a sulfuric vortex sucking your life away. Dinglebag, all will be one. I thought this was like a sorcery. Oh, it's an enchantment. 5-mana enchantment. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or a player, all will be one deals that much damage to target opponent, creature an opponent controls, or planeswalker an opponent controls. The more counters, the better. I don't know what type of deck would want a 5-mana enchantment, though. Is this popular? It's a popular card. It's pretty It's 16 smackaroonies. That's no small potatoes here, all right? That's like half the budget of a pauper deck, for crying out loud. Next super chat, also from Illil MX Doom. Okay, I don't have any sound effects here. Descent into Avernus. 3-mana enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. Put 2 descent counters on Descent into Avernus. Then each player creates X treasure tokens, and Descent into Avernus deals X damage to each player, where X is the number of descent counters on Descent into Avernus. What the? We do this every upkeep? Put 2 descent. We are descending further into death. Descend away! The clock is really ticking with these cards in play, that's for sure. Alan, Anthem of I'm sure this is Rakdos. I mean, do you know what? I wouldn't put it past Rakdos to spell their name wrong. They're sort of stupid. You know, with the brains sort of melting and decaying away and all. 5-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And Anthem of Rakdos deals 1 damage to... This is the opposite of what we're trying to do. Hellbent, as long as you have no cards in hand, if a source you control would deal damage to a creature or player, it deals double that damage. Okay, at least we got that part. It'll deal double the damage instead. We're going to be dealing a lot of damage around here, it seems. Christopher B. with Norn's Decree. Does it count when Up the Beanstalk mills them out? No. I doubt... has that even really happened? I want Norn's Decree. Norn's Decree. Yeah, Norn's Decree. 3-mana enchantment. Whenever 1 or more creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to you, that player gets a poison counter. Oh my goodness. And then whenever a player attacks, if 1 or more players being attacked are poisoned, that the attacking player draws a card. This is fascinating. Whenever a player attacks, if 1 or more players being attacked are poisoned. So it's like, you're getting beaten down in 2 ways. You're sick to your stomach, and you're getting punched in the face. Dude, I got a cold. And you get smacked. Okay, Akaya, thank you very much for your super chat. The Meat Hook Massacre. I think there's like a life loss clause on this thing. When it enters, each creature gets -X until end of turn, and whenever a creature you control dies, that's right. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and whenever a creature an opponent's control dies, you gain 1 life. I guess you build up a big board, and you just be slamming down the Meat Hook Massacre, and then they realize, oh my god, the board's gonna get wiped to our deaths. That's exactly how this is gonna work. Yeah, that's interesting. You basically wipe out your own people in order to wipe out the opponents. Next up, let's look at Vec with the Psychic Corrosion. 3-mana enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. A more civilized way of winning the game. You don't necessarily have to beat them to death. You just have to beat their library. And the more cards we draw, the more they mill. But of course, the more they mill, they might beat you with they might beat you with that. Mill is such a double-edged strategy these days. Most people spend... There's a lot of decks out there, they spend mana to mill themselves. You're doing it for free. Do cards that win you the game count? No. I'm not gonna... You gotta interact with the opponent in some way. In some capacity or something. Dressaru, Painful... Quandary? The Quandary? 5 mana, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a... Oh, God! Again, this is a Seppuku. This is a Sudoku card. It's a big Sudoku card. Benjamin Berkey, antagonism. Antagonize someone enough, and I guess they'll go crazy. 4 mana. During each player's discard phase, antagonism deals 2 damage to that player unless one of their opponents was successfully dealt damage this turn. Antagonism deals 2 damage to that player. Oh, no, okay, so I thought it was like you're gonna take damage equal to the number of cards discard. No, it's just like at the beginning of each player's end step. Yeah, this discard phase is confusing the crap out of me. This enchantment deals 2 damage to that player unless one of their opponents was dealt damage this turn. That makes perfect sense. Lil MX Doom coming back. Malignant Growth. I thought it was... Oh no, Malignant is the bad one. Benign is the good one. Well, good compared to Malignant. Okay, Malignant Growth. 5 mana, cumulative upkeep 1. During your upkeep, put a growth counter on it. During target opponent's draw phase, they draw an additional card for each growth counter on Malignant Growth. For each card that the opponent drew this way, Malignant Growth deals 1 damage to that player. Fascinating. It might help them more than you would think. They might draw enough cards to beat you. This is like, isn't this like reverse Necropotence? They draw an additional card for each for each card that opponent draws. This is inverted Necropotence. It's like, I'm going to donate you a Necropotence. I think a lot of people will like it. Be careful what you wish for with Malignant Growth, that's for sure. Goblin Bombardment. It's about to say like the creatures are what's killing, but it's actually not true. It's the Goblin Bombardment. 2 mana, sack a creature, and you deal 1 damage. I wish I had my punching sound effect. Does anything work anymore? Nothing. Pushing buttons. I'm pushing buttons on my damn stream deck. Look at this. Can I show this without... Look, I'm pushing buttons. It's errors! It's errors all around! Damn it! Stupid Windows 1, OneDrive. We have to screw everything up. Okay, but I got this one because I re-coordinated that one. This card works. Indiana Jones, Underworld Dreams. From way back in Legends, but they reprinted it. Is there an OG Legends reprint? Holy moly! That looks old! The art looks like... No offense, Julie Barrow, but I mean, this sort of looks like something drawn by an 8th grader. Okay, this is triple black enchantment. Underworld Dreams does 1 damage to opponent for each card that they draw. That's... Oh, but we're drawing card. Okay, so everyone gets punished. Oh no, it's an opponent. That actually is a pretty sweet card. It's like Necropotence, but without the bonus. You just get dealt damage for the regular cards that you draw around here. I got you, fam. Mario Bros. Celebration sound effect. I only got this one. I got the bad one. I don't got a good one, though. Oh, do I have a good one? Oh, I have that good one. I re-coordinated this one, so we got that sound effect. That'll be a super chat sound effect for forever. For today. Argentina, we did that. We literally did that one. I'd use the disqualified sound effect, but I don't have that available. Adaptus, War Storm Surge. We're surging! Enchantment, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Isn't that just Pandemonium? I think this is 6 mana Pandemonium. I think this is a strictly worse Pandemonium. But Pandemonium nonetheless. Oh boy. Right of the Raging Storm. By the way, have you received your Urza cards yet? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, from my Urza deck. I haven't built the deck yet. I will be in the process of doing that probably over the next month. I will do it though, because I need to make that Urza deck. I need to make the full Urza deck. Right of the Raging Storm, 5 mana, enchantment. Creatures named Lightning Rager can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player creates a 5/1 red elemental creature token named Lightning Rager. It has trample haste, and at the beginning of the end step, sack this creature. So we're just making a bunch of ball lightnings. They can't attack you or... Oh, I see. So everyone's going to get these ball lightnings, but no one can attack you with them. Fascinating. So to have everybody just attack everybody else with these damn things. Toilet Duck. I love you, Toilet Duck. Oath of Chandra. What does the Oath of Chandra do? 2 mana. It's legendary. Enters the battlefield. It deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls, but not players. At the beginning of each end step, if a planeswalker entered the battlefield under your control this turn, Oath of Chandra deals 2 damage to each opponent. That is such a slow death, but it works. Oh yeah, little MX Doom, you get the Mario sound effect. Where the Spark Draft Goat, Ill-Gotten Inheritance? Oh, sorry, Ill-Gotten. Ill-Gotten! I like this image. It's rain and money. We have 4 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, Ill-Gotten Inheritance deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. It's nice to have some life around here. And also for 6 mana, Sacrifice. It deals 4 damage to target opponent, and you also gain 4 life. That's like... Isn't it the analogy of cutting open the goose with the golden eggs? See, we could be patient and we get an egg every single turn, or we try to cut up the goose right immediately and get all the eggs at once. But I mean, the goose can only lay so many eggs at once. Ow! Stormworld. Stormworld red. It's only 1 mana. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals X damage to that player, where X is 4 minus the number of cards in their hand. What the hell? It's red. It's on the reserve list. This is red. What's it? What is that card called? The Rack? No, not the Rack. Is it the Rack? It goes X. Am I thinking about the Rack? No, it's similar though. It's basically the Rack. Black Vise. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking of Black Vise. Not actually black, by the way, colorless. But yeah, this is the red version. We got the red Vise here. We're going red. We got the Urza sunglasses on. That's why. Okay, next up, we got Magnum Opus Gold with Form of the Dragon. 7 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dragon deals 5 damage to target creature or player, and at end of turn, your life total becomes 5. Do you know what's dangerous? If someone else has a Form of the Dragon after you. Creatures without flying can't attack you. Actually, who wins? Maybe the person who gets the Form of the Dragon out first. First, in the Form of the Dragon metagame, beginning of your upkeep, Form of the Dragon deals 5 damage. Yeah, whoever gets Form of the Dragon out first actually wins, because every future player will not deal any damage because they are not at their upkeep, but at the end of turn their life total becomes 5, and then the next Form of the Dragon player kills them. Fascinating. Okay, we got some super chats coming up. We got Alan with the Fevered Vision. Oh, I totally forgot about this card. For 3 mana, at the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, Fevered Visions deals 2 damage to them. This is basic. This is another Rack card, more or less. We went sorry, not the Rack. It's like almost like a Vise card. So we went from colorless to red to Izzet. Maybe next we'll go Teamer. Bell with Impact Tremors. I play in my Popper Spicy Tremors deck works really well with Eldrazi spawn tokens. 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Yeah, if you're in a super hardcore token deck, just token them out. You just need those things to enter the battlefield. They don't actually have to do anything. They can be retired instantly. They just have to collect a paycheck. Just show up to work, damn it. Look busy. We just have to look busy for the boss. Everything will figure itself out somehow. Just leave it to Bob in accounting. Next up, we've got for Ginka, Bandit's Talent. The definition of theoretically. Okay. 2 mana. Enters. Each opponent discards 2 cards, unless they discard a non-land card. Level 2 for a black. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. Oh, okay. Very theoretical. And that level 3 is what we've sunk 7 mana at this point. At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card for each opponent who has 1 or fewer cards in their hand. Wow. So basically, there's a lot of rack-like cards on today's show. Little MX Doom's not done. Passionate Archaeologist. Okay, we've got for 2 mana, it's a background. Can't remember, that's like partner or something. Commander creatures you own have, whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to target opponent. We finally have synergy for what it's called? Mist Hollow. Is it Mist Hollow Griffin? Yeah, you may cast Mist Hollow Griffin from exile. Boom! There you go, Mist Hollow Griffin. Your background has been found. Passionate Archaeologist. Been looking for you. From exile, of all places. Adam, the Court of Ambition. Court of Ambition, a 4-mana enchantment. Enter the battlefield, you become the monarch of all things. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life, unless they discard a card again. And if you're the monarch, instead each opponent loses 6 life unless they discard 2 cards. It's good to be the king. It's not good to be it's not good to be the peddly bum or peasant. Next up, we've got another super chat. We got from Alan, the Wound Reflection. You can see your wound in the mirror. 6 mana. At the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Oh, so you lose you just lose double, basically. It's like double strike, but in a weird way, in some capacity. Did you get a card, Remco? Ancient Runes. And now that I've mentioned it, I might be on your trail. Okay, this is a 3-mana enchantment. During each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact they control. Just going through all these cards, I mean, you could basically build a Rakdos deck just filled with all these cards. They all basically do very similar things. You draw cards, you feel pain. You tap lands, you feel pain. You don't tap lands, you feel pain. You don't draw cards, you feel pain. It's just like, it's pain no matter what you do. You live, you feel pain. You die, you feel pain. Even in death, you'll still feel it. Okay, we got Vera Lokar with the Tackle Maggot. Does this actually deal? I think it does deal damage at the end, right? Okay, the Ancient Scripture is not here. Enchant creature. At the beginning of the upkeep of Enchant Creature's controller, they get a -0/-1 counter on the creature. And then when Enchant Creature is put in the graveyard, the creature's controller chooses a creature that Tackle Maggot could enchant. And if they do, return Tackle Maggot to the battlefield under your control attached to the creature. If they don't, return Tackle Maggot to the battlefield under your control as a non-aura enchantment. It loses enchant creature and gains at the beginning of that player's upkeep. Tackle Maggot deals 1 damage to them. Slow. That is the slowest of all deaths. It's like it only starts chewing on the players after the creatures are all dead. We did Mana Barbs. Sorry about that. Christmas with Phoenix, Warden of Fire. 3 mana for a 3/4. It's Joshua. Is there a backside? Okay, I'm just gonna read the backside. We have a... Oh, wait a minute. This is... It first has to be a creature, which means it's disqualified. I'm not going to count these, even though theoretically it's an enchantment, but it's actually more of a creature than enchantment, so I can't accept this one. Argentina wants a redemption. Pestilence? I think you mean pestilence, which fortunately Scryfall had the foreshadowing and understanding to know where you screwed up on that card. Okay, we have a 4 mana enchantment. At end of turn, if there are no creatures in play, you sack your Pestilence. For a black, it deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. If you have more life than your opponent, this is a ticking time bomb. For each black, you basically just ping off your opponent's life total. They're at 10 life, you have 10 mana? Oh, sorry, buddy. See you next game. Next, Little Lamps doing with another super chat. I don't think Ancestral Mask is gonna work because this has to be put on a creature. Yeah, this one doesn't work. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each other enchantment on the battlefield. So the enchantment's not the one doing the source of the damage. It's actually the creature. We're gonna donate that super chat to Jonathan. Havoc Festival. 4 mana. Players can't gain life. That's not good news for anyone on today's show. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses half their life total rounded up. Actually, hold on. Can it kill somebody? If you're at 3 life, you lose half your life total rounded up, so that you'd lose 2. Then you go down to 1. Half of 1 is 50 rounded. Oh, you can die. Okay, so you round up to 1 at 1, and you dead. That's it. It's over. You're dead. Yeah, round it up. 1 rounded up from half is 1. I don't know if you saw the super chat later. Didn't we do Citadel of Pain? I'm 100 Citadel. I think we did Citadel of Pain. You went to the bathroom. You went to the bathroom, John. You went to the John and you missed your super chat. You have to see it on the replay. 100% we did that card. 1,000,000%. But I'll tell you who we didn't see. We didn't see a real different super chat for Insanity. Oh, did we do this one already? Oh, we didn't do this one. We did something similar. Okay, this is a 3 mana curse. It's another way of winning the game. At the beginning of each player's... you enchant the player, and at the beginning of each end step, enchanted player puts the top X cards of their library into the graveyard, where X is the number of cards put into that graveyard from anywhere this turn. Basically doing double duty over here. Poor John! Super chats. Didn't actually see their super chat. Or your computer... or your internet lagged for like a good 2 minutes while we did it. But highly unusual. Highly weird, too. William, who is not Lil MX Doom, same avatar though. Power Surge. I don't know. You know, this. I saw some videos of people getting electrocuted. This sort of looks exactly what happens when you're like touching the rails of like a train tracks or something, or like what's called like subway tracks. Red enchantment. During each player's upkeep, Power Surge deals 1 damage. During each player's upkeep, Power Surge deals that player 1 damage for each land they control that was untapped at the beginning of the turn before the untap phase. This plus mana barbs, they're very good friends. That's right, and you can't get the... This isn't dealing 1 damage. All right, not the videos I saw. It's basically, it deals 1,000 damage, and you're cooked. You're just cooked. We got Rent Pant. Stab Wound. Ouch. When was this? 2024? No, what's the original? When's the original one? So the original is super... Oh, it's the original is super old, 2012. Okay, 3 mana. I was just saying, you know... I watched a lot of Arcane. I'm like, is this foreshadowing? Is this like a ripoff of Arcane, or did it foreshadow Arcane? Anyway, okay, so 3 mana, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. And at the beginning of the upkeep of the enchanted creature's controller, that player loses 2 life. Why is the Player lose 2 life. They're not the one that got stabbed. They didn't get stabbed. The creature got stabbed. The creature should like get another -1/-1 counter on every single turn until they're dead. Anyway, that's a bit weird, but it works. It does work like that. Don't say 2012 is old. Little MX Doom, we live in the year 2025. 2012, that was like over 10 years ago, which is guaranteed to be 10% of everyone's life total, everyone's personal life total. Okay, we're going to look at more enchantments that can theoretically kill players. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where are you going to get those cards? You're going to get them from FusionGamingOnline.com. Ignore the shipping delay. Although if you do order cards, do expect a shipping delay. Less of a delay if you physically go there and pick up the cards. And you can pick up singles, sealed product. Singles like Marvel Spider-Man, Edge of Eternities, Final Fantasy, Avatar, The Last Airbender. Probably not The Last Airbender. That is false advertising, but I'll tell you what's not false advertising. The coupon code you can use to get a discount. 5% off when you use coupon code Nikachu, and it supports the channel when you use it. And we're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. On the digital platform Magic Online, you can play Standard, Pioneer, Commander 1-on-1, 4-on-4 Commander CDH, Vintage, Modern, Pioneer, fan-made formats, and many more. When you're renting with Mana Traders, you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your third month's subscription using coupon code Nikachu_EFC. And we get back to the stab wound. Okay, stab wound sounds like the voodoo doll's effect. Yes, except no voodoo doll, or the voodoo doll is your creature you summoned. For what reason or not, I don't know. I have no idea. Algot, Alchemist Talent. Very talented alchemist. Oh, it's a saga. Sorry, no, it's a class. I'm getting confused. For 4 mana, when it enters, create 2 tapped treasure tokens. When we go to level 2, it's funny, the treasure tokens pay for itself. Treasures you control have tap, sack this, add 2 mana of any one color. Oh, we don't want to sack those artifacts. And then at level 3 for 5 mana, whenever you cast a spell, if mana from treasure was spent to cast it, this class deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to each opponent. What a weird card. He'll do the job, though. That is just bizarre. I don't even know what the flavor is. You make treasures. Are we throwing the money or something? Are we throwing the money away? Next super chat we got from Alan. Thank you very much, Alan. 1 ring to rule them all. Could potentially do it in a mill deck. 1 ring to rule them all. Is that a card? It is! Notice that almost every card is like black, red. Some of them are blue. Okay, it's a saga. Chapter 1. The ring tempts you. I don't even know what that means anymore. Can't remember. Then each player mills cards equal to your ring bearer's power. Chapter 2. Destroy all non-legendary creatures. And Chapter 3. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature card in that player's graveyard. So you could win 2 ways. You can mill them out. You can mill them out. In theory, it's not a very reliable way to win. Or you can kill them with the 1 life for each creature in their graveyard. David Sampson. Feast of Sanity. You hungry, huh? I find myself cutting this usually. Well, it's probably not that good. It was probably more sane than it looked. 4 mana. Whenever you discard a card, Feast of Sanity deals 1 damage to any target and you gain 1 life. Too bad it wasn't each player. I guess if you could discard and deal 1 damage to each player, probably crank up the power level of this card. They should make a card that's like whenever I don't know how to word it, but it's like if a spell or ability would have an effect for 1 player, it deals that much to all players. Something like that. You are obviously dinging them in the head with gold. Oh, with this raccoon card? Probably that's how this card's working. Toriat! Intimidation campaign. Intimidation camp? Nope, campaign. Okay, we have 3 mana. 3 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And you get to draw a card. And when you commit a crime, because you're so bad, you're a bad boy, you may return Intimidation campaign to its owner's hand. Ah, you could replay it over and over again, slowly draining your opponent's life one by one. They can slowly see their demise coming into action. Dan, right here, Ragged Veins. What does that even? Ragged Veins? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, based on the image, it makes a little bit more sense. You enchant a creature, and whenever you play Ragged Vein, is it Ragged Veins or Ragged? Anytime you could play an instant. Oh, it still has flash. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, its controller loses that much life. Oh, so this is literally Voodoo Doll. It's a voodoo-ish doll card. Alan again. Alan is back. I have died to it before. Genesis of the Daleks. So you are suggesting this card out of experience, is what you're telling me. Genesis of the Daleks. 6 mana. Chapters 1, 2, and 3 create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace for each lore counter on Genesis of Daleks. And then for Chapter 4, target opponent faces a villainous choice. Destroy all Dalek creatures and each of your opponents lose life equal to the total power of Daleks that died this turn, or destroy all non-Dalek creatures. So I guess you're going to kill them with the creatures created by the Dalek, created by the Genesis of the Daleks. Jeff, Mirage Horizon? You know, this sounds like a Horizon set. We're going to Mirage Horizons. Or we imagine going to Mirage Horizon. I wrote that right. Mirage Horizon. Such card doesn't exist. Sorry about that. I don't know what it is. It sounds like the name of a neat set. We need Arabian Nights Horizons. We could Zendikar Horizons. Just think of it, people. Just think about it. It's pronounced Dalek. Sorry, never watched Doctor Who. Still don't. Warp Effect. I watched half of that Titanic episode and I saw enough. Literally. Oh, sorry. This is Warp Artifact, not Warp Effect. I saw half a Titanic episode and that was enough for me. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good for the rest of my life. Double black aura, enchant artifact. That's weird. At the beginning of the upkeep of enchanted artifacts controller, warp artifact deals 1 damage to that player. Fascinating. Feels like a red card. I feel like they wouldn't make this card in black like that. They would lose life instead. Alan says, I died because someone chose to destroy all the Daleks and they had 30 power of Daleks on the field. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how those cards work. No surprise to me. Okay, Little MX2 loves enchantments, I think. Do I have any other sound effects here? I got nothing here. Cindervines. I'm gonna have to use the... I know what this is. Okay, here. This is very weak. This is actually a good enchantment that I completely forgot about. 2 mana. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to that player. Okay, oh, sorry. This is actually a lot stronger than I remember it being. 1 mana, sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. I remember the bottom ability. I never remembered the top ability. That is really good. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it's like millions of them. It's just like so many players. If you play stuff, you are going to get dealt damage. Anna with Summon. Primal Odin. Ooh, we might disqualify. They can't be creatures. We can't be cheap. We're not accepting enchantment creatures today, Anna. Because all enchantment creatures theoretically can kill someone just by the simple, the simplest mechanic of attacking. Next up, we're gonna get Ridley. Ridley has World's Edge. So we can't do any of the summons. We have a second person wants to summons. I don't know what World's Edge is. World Edge, maybe? Something Edge? I'm gonna look up Edge. Oh, too many Edge cards. There's probably too many world cards too. World. I don't know. Sorry about that, Ridley. You have to give me the right card. World's Edge does not exist. Is it World Edge? Where did I look? I think I looked that up too. It didn't work. Bitter Blossom. In theory, this can kill you. It's a 2-mana fairy enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life and you get a 1/1 black fairy rogue creature token. The tricky part is killing someone with these 1/1s before the Bitter Blossom kills you. David says, I'm about to take off on a plane and missed the start of the show, but Undying Flames. Undying Flames. You're going all in. It better kill your opponent if you cast it. All right. There's a lot of people like going all in. 6 mana. Remove card. This is a sorcery. This is not an enchantment. This is an enchantment show. Does it turn into an enchantment? It does not turn into an enchantment. Sorry, your card is disqualified. Enjoy your flight. Sorry that those were the last words you heard before your flight. Now David's going, God damn it. I could have swore that was an enchantment. Don't worry, they got Wi-Fi on the flight. Get back in the show. Get back in. Quick. Get in there. Yeah, oops. Oops. Okay, Lil MX Doom. Battle of Kaldheim. Bro, trust. Battle of This doesn't even exist. It doesn't. Battle something Kaldheim. Battle of Kaldheim. That sounds like a place. I don't know what it's called though. It sounds like a card. Battle of something. Battle of Wits. Or it's gotta be something. Oh, Invasion. That's what Invasion of Kaldheim. Isn't this a battle? This is not an enchantment. I don't care what's on the other side. Or you know what? Okay, you know what? I'll accept the battle. I suppose it's not a creature, and you super chatted, so super chatters get a little bit more lenience. When Invasion of Kaldheim enters, exile all cards from your hand, then draw that many cards until your next end turn. Blah 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 blah. What happened? What's on the other side? We have an enchantment. It's called Pyre of the World Tree. Oh, the World Tree is burning down. Discard a land card. Pyre of the World Tree deals 2 damage to any target, and whenever you discard a land card, exile the top card of your library, and you can play that card this turn. That is beautiful. That's really good. Really good value. The hard part is flipping the damn thing. There's Christopher B. It's got a photogenic memory of every card in Magic the Gathering existence. Summer Mermaid Star. Tempest Technique. I've killed many players with Tempest Technique. It takes very little to make this pump by lethal. Every time I've cast it, 1 player dies minimum. So basically, what you're telling me is everyone's like basically pisses themselves when you cast this card. 4 mana with Storm. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. Disqualified. Does not actually. The creature kills, not the card itself. Very interesting card, though, I will admit. Especially the Storm part, because it basically combos with itself. So you cast a bunch of cards, play Tempest Technique, and they all buff each other. I like the idea. Okay, Anna wants redemption. We're all about redemption here. Sinner's Judgment. The front is a creature. Yeah, it gets disqualified again. What's on? It's got Disturb. Nope. No. This thing has to die. No, I'm disqualifying it again. You got 2 disqualified now. For Ginka we did Illusions of Grandeur. What's with Illusion? That is the 3rd or 4th time that card has been mentioned today. For Ginka with Mirrodin Besieged. I think this card is very cool. 3 mana. Mirren, when you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token, or Phyrexian. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card, then discard a card. Then if there are 15 or more artifact cards in your graveyard, target opponent loses the game. That's painful. That's going to work perfectly. Although I'm mostly counting this. I actually prefer this. So I don't really want to count the cards that say you win the game, but if it literally makes one person lose, I will count that. That definitely seems worth counting. Okay, Lil MX Doom. Okay, what do you got now? What do you got, Lil MX Doom? Gear Appear, Ether Grit. That one works. Gear. I know that card because it kills me. I always remember what kills me. An enchantment for 3 mana. Tap 2 untap artifacts you control and deals 1 damage to any target. Just machine gunned all my creatures down to nothing. It was awful. It was awful. Okay, this big squig. Rakdos. Join up. It's got to be a D&D card, right? It's got the most silly name. Rakdos joins up. That's almost like Rakdos joined your team or something. Rakdos enters chat. It's a legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos joins up, deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. That's fantastic. Might get him with the creature. Might get him with the splashback. Aaron with Corrupted Conscience. Have there been like any white cards? White or green has been like not really been part of the show at all. So this is a 5 mana aura. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has Infect. And would I count this? No, the creature is dealing the damage. I can't count it. Sorry about that. Steve Cooper! Spell Shock and Grievous Wounds. Spell Shock. Dono for chat. I love Group Slug. I could suggest many cards. Oh, I love that name. Group Slug. My good friend Rodney Top 8 Thompson loves Group Slug too. Spell Shock, 3 mana for whenever a player casts a spell. Holy crap! Spell Shock deals 2 damage to that player. That's insane! Just any spell. Why isn't this card more popular? Whenever a player casts a spell. This card looks very dangerous. This card looks like it danger to me. It's like I'm limited to playing like 20 spells this game or I die. Okay, next up we've got... Who do we got now? Minozi! Aegis. Aegis of Honor. For your white. So white enchantment for 1 mana. The next time an instant or sorcery spell would deal damage to you this turn, that spell deals that much damage to its controller instead. Next time an instant or sorcery spell would deal damage to you this turn. Oh, fascinating. We're redirecting damage back to somebody else. That works for me. Okay, Anna. What do you got for us now? 3rd time's the charm. Absolutely, this card's gonna work. Triskaidekaphobia. I did not spit. Triskaidekaphobia. Mispronounced it the first time around. This 4 mana card. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1. Each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. Then each player gains 1 life. Or each player with exactly 13 life loses the game, and then each player loses 1 life. Slowly getting closer to their demise. We got Barrington. Thank you very much for your super chat, Barrington. Festering Wound. Is it like Stab Wound? Is it like the old version of Stab Wound? For 2 mana, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put an infection counter on Festering Wound. At the beginning of the upkeep of enchanted creature's controller, Festering Wound deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of infection counters on Festering Wound. Interesting. Isn't this like Powder Keg? This looks like just black Powder Keg. Put a counter on it. I feel like it's black Powder Keg. Anyone with me on this one? Does anyone know what Powder Keg is? It's like Ratchet Bomb, but doesn't tap. That's what it is. A giant Pop-Tart. Oh, we did Genesis of the Daleks. Sorry about that. It's been done before. Ellis Flowers. War Leaders Call. Use it with Tremors. 3 mana. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, War Leader's Call deals 1 damage to each opponent. That works. Yeah, use it with Tremors? I don't remember what Tremors do. I don't remember. Okay, Ridley's back. Land's Edge. What was it? What did we call it before? World's Edge, I think. Okay, 3 mana. Any player may choose and discard a card from their hand at any time. Oh my god, this is chaos. If a player discards a land, Land's Edge deals 2 damage to target player of that player's choice. Imagine this and Upheaval. So you upheaval, then play this card. Everyone's got their lands in their hand. Let the chaos ensue. Okay, let's look at Steve Cooper's second super chat. Grievous Wound. You know Steve Cooper's really excited when 2 out of the 3 super chats are for himself. Okay, Grievous Wound is 5 mana as an aura. Oh, this is a black card. What is it? You call it Slug Hug or Hug Slug? Damn it, I can't remember how you worded it. Enchanted player can't gain life. Whenever enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose. Oh my god, they lose half their life rounded up. So you get dealt like 1 damage, then you lose half. That's brutal. Group Slug. That's what you called it. Group Slug. That's right. Group Slug. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Veto X! Descent into Avernus. Three mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Descent. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. We have done this one. It's a great card. Great card for the show. Does 9 lives count? I don't know. 9 lives. If a source would deal... It's got hexproof. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile it. And then when 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. What? Oh, I see. But hold on, but you lose the game. This is the opposite of what we want. I don't want to lose the... I want other people to lose the game. This is the opposite of today's show. I need these cards to be dealing damage to someone else. Jeff, did I disqualify all your other cards? Burning Earth. Oh, that is definitely going to count. That's definitely going to work. Yeah. For 4 mana, whenever a player taps a non-basic land for mana, it deals 1 damage to that player. This plus Mana Barbs, plus all those other cards. Dangerous stuff. Very dangerous. Little MX Doom. Court of Cunning. Thank you so much for your super chat, Little MX Doom. When it enters the battlefield, you also become the Monarch, and at the beginning of your upkeep, any number of target players each mill 2 cards. Then if you're the Monarch, each of those players mill 10 of those cards instead. It's almost like a 1-card win condition. You can donate it. You know, you can do a lot of things. You are a player, no? This is against the spirit of we're not committing Sudoku here, old boy. We're not committing Sudoku. No, I don't like it. It doesn't look by conventional standards. I know I allowed illusions of grandeur. I don't want to allow this 9 lives thing. It can theoretically kill a player. You. This is true. These are all true things. These are all true. Okay, whatever. I'll allow it because you can donate it. I just don't like these donate ones because it's like more of a combo than it winning more or less by itself. But I'll count it. I'll count it. It needs a little bit of support, but okay. We'll give it the certification. 9 lives. Next up, Lil MX Doom has another super chat. Sphinx's Tutelage, the old standard win con. I think I was there, and I don't think it was any good even at the time. 5, or maybe I was. Yeah, I was there. This card sucked. 3 mana. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. If they're both non-line cards that share a color, repeat the process. And for 6 mana, draw a card, then discard a card. Like, I remember there was a deck, but I don't think it was a good deck at the time. Or maybe it was during a standard environment that I was not playing. I hope to be the man of the people. Everyone's looking for their second card, but you know who's looking for their first? Hexanort. Alchemist's Talent. We did this one. Sorry about that. I mean, it's good. It's good. But we did that one. And it says the title says kill players, not opponents. Well, look, there's a lot of cards out there that will commit Sudoku, all right? I can't count all those cards. I guess we're gonna go this, no 2 cards yet. Primal Order. This sounds green. This has to be a green card. I knew it. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, Primal Order deals damage to that player equal to the number of non-basic lands they control. This feels like such a red card. I think we did all will be one. Less than. We did. Yeah, we did that one. Sorry about that. It's been done. It's a good one, though. It's good. And then Lil MX Doom's wallet has been tapped. Last card, Drowned Secrets. Secrets. You like milling, I think. 2 mana. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. I always thought, like, milling in Commander, that's got to be insane. But I guess you're probably a one-on-one Magic player. 60 card Magic. Some of you are digital 60 card Magic players playing Alchemy. I don't know how to get into that format. Asco Outlaws Merriment. Four mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random. Create a red and white creature token with those characteristics. It can be a 3/1 human warrior with trample and haste, a 2/1 human cleric with lifelink and haste, or a weak 1/2 human rogue with haste. And when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, but it's got reach. Basically, has reach. Not literally reach, but you know, basically reach. Who has no 2 cards yet? Okay, Lessian doesn't even have 1 card. How about Mana Cannons? Okay, we have not done that one. That doesn't even... honestly, this doesn't even sound like a real card. This sounds like a card invented by, like, a 7-year-old. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my Mana Cannon to blow your head off. This appears to be real, though. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, Mana Cannons deals X damage to any target where X is the number of colors that spell is. This also just sounds like it was designed by an 8-year-old. I'm going to cast my 5-color card, and my Mana Cannons means I deal damage equal to the number of colors of that card. Robin, Sanctum of Stone... was it? Sanctum of Stone Fangs. It's my Shrine Win Con. Yeah, no one mentioned shrines yet. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. Shrine it up. Anyone else? No. Okay, Aaron doesn't have any 2 cards yet. Oops. Where's Aaron? Karma. Karma be a bee. 4 mana. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, Karma deals damage to that player equal to the number of swamps they could... That's very strange. What does Karma have to do with swamps? Okay, Steve Cooper. Enchanter's Bane. Pseudo way to deal with enchantments in red, sorta. Kinda. And Dono ×2. Thank you very much for the super chats, Steve Cooper. For 2 mana, at the beginning of your end step, target enchantment deals damage equal to its mana value to its controller unless that player sacrifices it. This is very soft removal. You want to take the damage or not? It's going to cost you your enchantment. You're going to pay for that enchantment. You pay with your life. All right, next up, we've got some super chats. I don't know who deserves it. We're gonna just roll the dice. All right, I'm gonna click on. We got Christmas Relic, Petrocent. I don't know how to pronounce this word because I never heard of it before. My edumacation don't go that far. Relic. Okay, I must have spelled this wrong. Relic. Putra sense. 3 mana aura. Whenever enchanted artifact becomes tapped, its controller gets a poison counter. Very theoretically can kill somebody. Very, very theoretically. Under no obligation do they have to tap that artifact anymore. Old friend bear. We did Fraying Sanity already, but sorry about that. Look at that big bear in the background. There is an old friend bear in that background. And okay, I'm gonna choose another person at random for Steve Cooper's super chat. Where it lands, I don't know. Primal Order. Oh, we did Primal Order already. Okay, gotta get someone else. Liliana's Caress. I know a lot of people that would love to be caressed by Liliana. It's a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life. And probably they're going to lose the rest of their... what's the word for this? They're gonna lose 2 life. And they might even lose a little bit more to Liliana. All right, that's it for everybody. It was a pretty good show, actually. A lot of people really enjoyed this one. It was a pretty people like dealing lethal through enchantments. It's enchantments or bust. Okay, as usual, we do these shows 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who shows up to these shows. Especially thanks to everyone who supports the show, with money. People, the members on YouTube, the patrons on Patreon, and also everyone who super chats to be part of the show and super chats so other people can also be part of the show. Of course, thanks. The show doesn't work without all of you. You got to be here with the suggestions. People like Anna and Kano, Old Boy, Bob Talks Bridge, with David Sampson. We got... I can pronounce this. Vishtir Bione. We got Trisaru, Jeff, Benjamin Berkey, Steve Cooper, Robin, Dinglebag, Belfort, Genka, Remco, Dan right here, Old Friend Bear. We got Ineko, Aaron, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.